And this episode of Penn Point starts right now. This episode of Penn Point is brought to you by Gamefly. Go to www.gamefly.com/Penn, P-E-N-N, for your free trial membership. Okay, this was supposed to be a really simple Penn Point. Everybody right away was tugging on my dick as soon as Atlas Shrugged, the movie, Part 1, came out. And a lot of my friends asked about my comments. They all kind of ran to see it. And I was busy. You know, I'm doing a bunch of TV shows. I'm doing a bunch of live shows. I have young children. I do this. So I didn't get there till really late, till it was almost gone in Las Vegas. But I didn't see it in the theater. I saw it last night with my wife. And in the theater, I want to report on the number of people in the theater, was my wife and me. That was it. Two of us in the theater to see Atlas Shrugged. Big old theater, full of all the hardcore Randian capitalist atheists that happened to be near Theater 2 at the Rave Motion Picture at Town Square at 9:30 on a Thursday night. There were two of us, that was it. And I watched it, and I watched it the worst way you can watch it. I mean, I don't read reviews ever of anything, and the reason I don't read reviews is that the motherfucker goes in thinking about how you're gonna write the review, and when you're watching something thinking about what you're gonna say afterwards, you're not giving it a fair shake. You're not giving yourself a fair shake. It's just not right. So I have no reason to ever read reviews, and I try very hard not to do reviews. And I do talk about things in the arts, but I try to separate those from reviews in my own mind by the fact that I'm talking about stuff that I like. I never do a Consumer Reports type thing. I hate reviewers who say, this is worth your money, this is not worth your money, because art shouldn't be that kind of commodity. I mean, it is a commodity, but not that kind of commodity. You can't rate it like you can a refrigerator. I don't know why, I don't read refrigerator reviews. Oh, Penn's the kind of guy that reads a lot of refrigerator reviews. He must be opening up the refrigerator reviews and reading those all the time. That's why he used that as an example. Okay, bad example. But I don't really like to do reviews. I like to talk about what I've liked about it, or I think I have an angle on it that's a little different. So I'm not really doing reviews of movies. But I went in to Atlas Shrugged with this kind of jive ass, what am I gonna say about a thing? And you know, I love the book Atlas Shrugged. And somebody was in a discussion on the computer with a friend of mine about Atlas Shrugged, and went on and on about how, as usual, Ayn Rand's thinking is naive and doesn't work in the real world, and you know, there's a lack of empathy, and they throw in, you know, her pussy smells bad and her mother dresses are funny, and they just throw in everything they can just to hate her. And I don't think that Atlas Shrugged, it works at a different level. It's a novel. It's supposed to be emotional. It's the morality of what we're trying to do with government. And yes, she does explain what government should be, but on a very, very moral level, not on a practical level. And once you've read that, that sinks into you, then you figure out how to do it. And then people jump in with, you know, we tried Ayn Rand stuff in the 2000s, and that didn't work and brought us the whole crisis, which of course we didn't. It's all crony capitalism. It's all the stuff that Ayn Rand hates more than, you know, liberals hate. You know, I mean, Obama did the bailout for the banks. It wasn't a Randian that did those bailouts. So anyway, and when you say Ayn Rand, it's like this magic word. It's like, you know, well, very few words. You know, the cunt and the N-word are the two words really that can get some reaction out of people. You know, more. Fuck doesn't do anything anymore. I guess bitch a little bit maybe, but Ayn Rand does. It really does. Ayn Rand, you say Ayn Rand in a positive sense, and there will be people who will jump all over you. They will go apeshit. They will just pour their hate upon you. Shoot hot hate jism right into your face. So I watched Atlas Shrugged, and it did seem like some of the acting was kind of soap opera and kind of the directing was kind of soap opera, but I like that. I like stuff to be intense. It's a movie. It's not supposed to be real life. I'm not a big fan of, Raging Bull. I don't know why that was, kind of like the refrigerators. That was my example right there. I liked it. Teller really liked it, liked the acting, and liked it set a little bit in the future. And I like it because it has a little bit of voiceover. I like the Who is John Galt thing, but it's supposed to be, it's essentially the only science fiction story I like is Atlas Shrugged. And I love the characters just being mouthpieces, and I wanted longer monologues, and I wanted to be more didactic, but I assume that'll come in the second and third part. So I saw Atlas Shrugged, and I kind of liked it, and that means some of you looking at this just automatically hate me for the rest of my life. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what's wrong with being very atheistic and very individualistic, but I'm sure the comments under here will tell you exactly what's wrong about it. And I have nothing against helping people. I love to help people. I don't want to be forced to help people because it takes all the fun out of helping people. And I don't think that's really anywhere in Ayn Rand if you really read it, but in my heart, that's all that matters. If you've got someone that needs help, I want to give it to them. If you put a gun to my head and say I have to help them, I say, fuck you. And then, of course, I do it because you got a gun to my head. And that is my feeling on paying taxes and stuff. So I hope to have a real comments on Atlas Shrugged. And I just kind of went to the movies with my wife and liked it. It wasn't, I was kind of hoping somewhere in my heart that Atlas Shrugged would be our, the Passion of the Christ moment. But actually wanting that out of individualism is foolish. You shouldn't expect atheism or objectivism to be the kind of movement that Christianity is, because the idea of it is to try to eliminate that kind of tribal thinking and mental illness. And someone will say in the comments here that Ayn Rand's objectivism is that tribalism and is that kind of cult thing, and that's what's wrong with it. And you know something? Maybe you're right. But the novel inspires me, the ideas inspire me, and I kind of like the movie. So, who is John Galt? Who is John Galt? Who is John Galt? Gamefly is the largest online video game rental service and offers you a choice from over 7,000 new and classic titles across all consoles and handhelds. With plans starting at $15.95 a month, Gamefly members can rent 1 to 4 games at a time and keep them for as long as they like. There are no late fees, no due dates, and shipping is always free. Once you're done playing a game, send it back, and Gamefly will send you the next available game on your list. If you really like the game you're playing, simply click Keep It on the Gamefly website, and the game is yours at a discounted price. Gamefly will even mail you the case and manuals free of charge. Penn Point fans get a 15-day free trial when they go to www.gamefly.com/Penn.